Welcome back, guys. Today we are here for a realistic morning routine, stretch, mobilize, yoga, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're here for today. For my ladies that are very active with training, sedentary, office jobs, pregnant, you name it, this video is for you because I know your joints and I know your hips and I know your lower back is feeling it. And if you're like me and you're currently 32 weeks pregnant, this will definitely help. But this is a morning routine I follow even when I'm not pregnant because I train so often and I work from home with my clients all over the world. So let's get to it. So guys, the first warm up that we are going to be starting with today is your typical cat cow. And I just love these because they're so great for anybody that has tightness in their lower back, tightness in their upper back. Obviously, when you're pregnant, you are kind of reduced to the amount of range of motion that you can do, but we can still do them. So we're gonna do these for 10, around like 30 seconds. So let's get it. Ooh. Excuse my hair, I look like craziness right now. Okay. Whew, I look like the girl from the Ring movie, if you guys have watched that before, where the hair is right over. Anyway, so I think that was 10. We're gonna move into the next move, which now we're gonna go into like a straddle split kind of position. Now, if you have obviously a larger stomach, your range of motion is going to be limited on a lot of moves, but let's just act like the stomach is not there. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to kind of reach side to side. We're going to tap. We're going to do this 5 times on each side. 3. And we're listening to our bodies here because every woman's body is going to be so different. We want to make sure we are being careful, we're not overstretching. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is I want us to kind of walk a little bit forward, okay? Go to where you can. Some of you will be touching the floor, some of you will be up here, that is okay, but I want you to walk forward to where you can. Breathe in, breathe out, walk it back in. We're gonna do this for you 5 times. And you should feel this in your hamstrings, your abductors, your hips, all that stuff. And this is really just getting you loose. 4. Can't count. Baby brains up here. But yeah, guys, this is the most realistic routine for me with a busy schedule every single morning. You guys have seen probably my morning routine here before on my vlogs, but it's very simple and it's always dedicated to myself before I interact with the world, because you need to frame yourself and your life and your mind before you go out into this craziness and social media, checking your phone, checking your emails, you know that. So that is the first one. Now what I want you to do is we're just going to pulse forward 3 times. Switch. All right, so now moving into the exciting stuff where my hips feel like concrete. So anyway, feet together. Obviously, some of you, again, your hips might be tight and they might be up here. Some of you might be able to touch the floor. I have never been able to touch the floor in my life, and I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I hope it does. So here we're gonna sit for like, I would say anywhere from 30 seconds to 1 minute. And I want us to really breathe in and out while we're sitting here. right? So now what I want you guys to do is I want you to push your legs down. So push your knees down, and with the force, I want you to try and bring your knees up while you're pushing them down. We're gonna do that for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna push them up, but with the force, we're gonna try and bring the knees down. So we're going opposites. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I want you to try and bring the feet a little closer in, nothing crazy, a little closer in. You can put your hands behind you to assist. I'm just gonna be peaceful for 10 to 20 seconds. I'm gonna feel the range. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Rock side to side, whatever helps you, helps you. All right, next up, what I want us to all do is I want you to get into a lunge position, like such. So a lunge position, and what we're gonna do is we are going to tuck our tail. So your tail is your pelvis, so you wanna tuck, and we're gonna lean forward. We're gonna hold this for 20 seconds, and we're gonna be breathing. But the whole time, you're wanting to feel your hips, and you're wanting to keep your glutes tight, everything tight. Even to lean forward over those toes to where you can. Even turn to the side. Okay, stretch it back a little bit for the hamstring. All right, so now we're gonna do the other side. Again, lunge position. Tuck the tail, leaning forward. Ooh, that feels like a really good release. If you're super tight, you won't be feeling this. Hands down. All right, so next up, what I want us to do is something for our shoulders. So when I say shoulders, I'm speaking rotators up here. So a lot of you will be very tight in your upper body from your shoulders and your neck from working, typing, doing stuff at home, you know, the simple stuff. So what I want us to do is we're gonna reach our arms up to the sides. And I want you guys to think about having them level. These are somewhat level for me. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our elbows up to the ceiling 10 times. We're doing it really slowly. So I'm thinking about twisting my shoulder up to the ceiling. And it's all coming from here, the control. Slow. Oh, should get a good release right here. Next up, what we're gonna do is the standard bird pose. I'm sure you guys have did this before in yoga, or you did it as a child in school and things like that. So what I want you guys to do is get into this position. So obviously a lot of us are tighter. Some of you will be sitting on the floor. Some of you will be up here, tightness. I want you to think about keeping your glutes tight, right? So it's coming all in the hips. You're not extending your lower back, you're just letting it all be. And I want you guys to walk forward, go to the side, back to the middle, to the other side. I'm going to do that 3 times. Ooh, you will feel that all here and in your hips. Now we're going to switch. So again, we're all very different tightness wise, but we can only do our best. So again, walking forward to the side. This is covering the different kind of angles with your glutes and your hips. Good so far. All right, so next we're gonna get into the frog stretch. All of you guys have did this, especially ladies in different parts of your life. So what I want you guys to do is go to stride width where your knees go apart to where it's comfortable, right? All of us will be very different again. You can either bring your feet out to make it harder or bring them in to make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna go in because we're fitting tight. Then we can drop down to our elbows. And what I want you guys to do is pulse in and out for 10 times. 1, last one, we can hold it for a while. I want you guys to try and make sure you're not arching your back too much like that. You want to kind of give that little tuck in your pelvis so it's hitting your hips. Okay, and then we're going to exit and get out of that position slowly. All right, so next up we're going to be doing some moves for your upper back and your shoulders. So I do these a lot in my warm-up routines on my days off the gym, but it's totally up to you when you want to include them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go on all fours, right? All fours, hands in line, knees in line with hips, and we're going to go right through here and then up 5 times. All right, and the last move we are going to finish off with today is the child's pose. So I have to go a little bit wider with my knees to let baby fit and bump fit, but you guys just pick a stance that's good for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into this position. We're just going to let our body melt and let our head touch the ground, let our shoulders go completely down. I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to breathe out. Oh, that feels absolutely amazing, especially after a week of just working, training, everything. This is something I try to stick to, and I feel very tight when I don't stick to it. Obviously, I'll change the moves and I'll change it up, but it's only 10 to 15 minutes of your day. If you don't have 10 to 15 minutes, you don't have a life. Every successful person says that, and it's so true because we have to find that time for ourselves. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you try it out, you give it some time, you dedicate some time to yourself first thing in the morning before the work craze, the craziness with the kids, hubby, family, and you got to focus on everything else. So try it out. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I always love to hear feedback, and if there's anything that you guys want me to cover next, please pop it below, and don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys very soon.